Oh, this was not how the video was supposed to start, but we're going to rock right into it. That cat is blind. No, it's not actually blind. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. You know, one thing that really grinds my gears is when billionaires and millionaires help people. I really, really can't stand that. It's the worst, isn't it? Oh boy, especially when they're disabled people. That's disgusting. How dare you? So if you can't tell, this video is going to be my reaction to finding out about Mr. Beast's video of curing blind people. And it's only funny to me because, like, the fact that this is a point of contention is hilarious. There's comedic merit to that, right? Can we acknowledge first and foremost, before I go to hell or whatever, you know, for laughing at blind people or whatever, right? There is comedic merit to a YouTuber curing 1,000 blind people's blindness and people having mixed opinions about this. But at the same time, it shows how there really is nuance to almost everything. So I will humor you guys today. Yes, helping blind people is terrible. Why would you ever do that? No, I'm just kidding. But why? Let's crack into that though. Why would people potentially be upset about that in any way that could be rationalized? Because believe you me, there are ways that can be rationalized. Obviously, just not liking when rich people do good things is silly, especially when so many people talk about how rich people don't, solve world hunger or cure all the diseases in the world and things like that. Things that usually, the wealthier people are in command of, at least maintaining the problem, meaning the reason that we have as many people fed in the world as we do, the reason that we have as many cures to illnesses that we do is usually because of the financing of rich, wealthy people. Those are the people who have the funds to finance large undergoings and projects. So usually they are linked to most of the benefits of society. My shirt's inside out right now. And you know what? Listen, if you're going to keep talking about that, you can just take yourself somewhere else right now. And obviously this is pre-recorded, so yeah, I knew you were going to talk about that. I knew you were thinking in your head about how my shirt's inside out, because that's all I'm thinking about right now. But I'm trying to do a video here. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by myself, people don't want to see charity done on camera. Is the most rational explanation I can have as to why somebody would be upset about, Mr. Beast's new video. Like when you do something good, good deeds left unseen are true indeed, or I don't know if I made that phrase up, but I feel like that's like a real phrase. Like good deeds left unseen are true indeed, or that sounds good, doesn't it? Well, whether there's a phrase for it that sums it up, we all understand the concept of you don't go give something out of your pocket and go like, hey, you saw me give that money to that homeless person? I get that. But when you're talking about somebody like Mr. Beast, he is a YouTuber. That is all he does with his life. When you talk to, or not talk to the man because I haven't met him in real life, but I watched, not willingly, I promise you. It happened to be on in the background and I just didn't change the channel, but I did catch a good portion of Mr. Beast's podcast interview, whichever it is, with Lex Friedman. And I heard him talking about his setup and his philosophy on YouTubing, and I'll be honest with you, the guy is absolutely obsessed with it. I mean, the way he talks about it is like it's the only thing. Sorry, my camera conveniently died there. Still didn't change my shirt inside out though. But yeah, no, he's completely obsessed with the art of creating YouTube content. So more power to him. He doesn't even seem like a type of dude who enjoys being rich. Like, he seems like he is. I'm not saying he doesn't enjoy being rich. I'm saying that I'm sure he enjoys the fruits of his labors, but he is really, really tapped into and focused on just creating better and better YouTube content. And that's the kind of people that I like to see succeed. Those are usually the people who most often succeed in whatever field it is. The Elon Musks of the world, the Mr. Beasts of the world. That's why those type of people seem to get along. And even the Lex Friedmans of the world, to some degree. All right. All right. Regardless of my opinion of his dry, platitudinal sentiments. No. Mr. Beast is definitely a dude who is just in the YouTube game. He really loves it here. So that is why he's going to broadcast anything that he does, especially like curing the blindness for 1,000 people. Now, I understand how that's a cursed pariah, like knowing that I am paying somebody by clicking and watching a video about how people are cured for blindness and that somebody is going to eventually inevitably make money off of that is not the best business model. But I don't even know if that's true. Maybe he'll donate all the proceeds of that he makes from that video to more blind people. I don't know. Nor do I even care how that works, to be honest with you, because this is a net positive. And that's really what I want to get at. Obviously, that's why I went more so into the side of people who might have a problem with this, because it's obviously why it's obvious why it's a good thing. It's obvious why it's a benefit to give blind people sight. I mean, come on, dude. How far do I have to go to convince you of that? Would you like to be blind or would you like to see things? There you go. They feel the exact same way. They just didn't have that choice. So anybody who can provide that to them, as long as it doesn't require them selling their foot or something like that, should be applauded. Unless he says, obviously within reason. So when we see people getting mad about a rich person fulfilling, these, blessing other people in these ways, I think a lot of it comes from a jealousy and an envy of not being able to do that, not wanting to, not. It's just a lot of people internalize and project feelings onto situations based off of their personal point of reference, which is totally natural. I mean, it's the best way that we use our inference as it is. So I understand why it's done is what I'm saying, but it ain't right, man. I mean, the guy's literally just trying to help out blind people. So a person like me who is just I guess I get more trollish in my older days, but I've never wanted to be considered a troll because I always think of trolls as like people who just want harm to befall people and stuff like that. But I've become a troll in my older days as to where the things that people say, like the narratives that people drive based off of like the smallest piece of information, like one Facebook status, and people can try to tell you all about your life and everything like that and who you are and how stupid you are and everything like that. People who never met you, the way that people develop opinions in this day and age is so inaccurate that it's almost as if it doesn't really matter what people think and feel of you. So I would be lying if I didn't say that I push the envelope on people's perception of me and the things that I can do and say. That's why I'm a free speech absolutist. I came into this video joking about how I hate when blind people are able to see again, because given the context of the absurdity of a person who would actually be like that, it's funny. And obviously explaining it takes it away from the joke, which is why I saved this for the end of the video. But I think it definitely stands to be said that us losing that ability to say things that we don't mean just for the sake of silliness is a problem, especially when our ultra serious political correctness has driven us somehow ironically to complete madness where men can become women and women can become men and all these kind of things. That is why I choose to walk the path of Sheogorath for those who play Elder Scrolls. Yes, that was a very nerdy reference, but for those of you who know what I mean, I think that you know exactly what I mean. And that is where I will end the video. Once I'm rich and famous, I ain't helping no blind people. I'm making more. I'm going to make a video where I make 1,000 people blind. And it's going to get billions. It's going to be the first YouTube video with 3 trillion views. I promise you. I'm going to make 1,000 people blind. So stay tuned for that video. It's coming up in March. I'm speaking that into existence. I will be rich enough to facilitate Smile legally making 1,000 people blind and getting 3 trillion views on YouTube. So we're in there. Team Shining Force, we're in there. Let's go. Let's go.